What's up, YouTube? It's show day. It is show day. Show day is upon us. This would be the number I'm rocking, number 1. Got all my carbs back here, and I'm gonna be packing up my food. It's about a little past 8:30, 8:35. I've been up since like a little past 4. I got up and I haven't been able to fall back asleep. I've just been so excited. But I have talked to my coach. I think he was in the same boat. He's probably a little excited about this too. So I had 5 rice cakes and 2 ounces of water earlier. My first meal is gonna be 3 ounces of rice, or not, 2 ounces of turkey, ground turkey, 6 ounces of rice, and 3 rice cakes with honey. And I don't have to track the honey, so I'm pretty excited about that. But gonna get everything packed up. Loki gonna pull up the camera here, and you guys can see what I have created. A little sneak peek. Not to pull the camera out, just because I'm hungry and I'm trying to eat. My camera's upstairs, but all my food is literally sitting right here in front of me and made. I just arrived, just parked. We got a muffin. I've been looking forward to this. Got a muffin. 15 minutes after, more rice cakes. Pump up blood flow. An ounce, 2 ounces of water with this. And rice cakes will be all I have till I get on stage in under an hour.
Battle here. Got a battle getting ready to take place here. Now we get some comparisons to do. They're pumped up, trumped up, and ready to go for this class here. Keep those upper thighs tight. If you keep your quads flexed and the other guy next to you doesn't, could cost you a placing. Let's see a quarter turn to the right. Show those obliques off. Quarter turn to the right. And much of the time, it's not the better physique who wins, it's he who poses the best. All right, guys, let's take one big step to your left. One big step to your left will be perfectly centered here for picture purposes. Okay, we're looking for a V-tapered back. We're looking for some rear delts that pop. Looking at the hamstrings. We're comparing the hamstrings here. Who's got the more fully outer thigh sweep going on? Who's got the deeper Christmas tree All that stuff plays a factor here. Okay, quarter turn to the right. You gotta stay flush the entire time you're on stage, otherwise it costs you a placing. And quarter turn to the right. Okay, let's see a front double bicep. Quarter turn to the right. Side chest. Quarter turn to the right. Back double bicep. All right, quarter turn to the right. Side chest. Quarter turn to the right. Hands overhead abdominal pose. A lot of times, like Swing shows, we're looking for some separation in the quads. Got a couple of teardrops on stage right now. That teardrop muscle down by the lower inside of the knee. Look at those things. They both got that. All right, relax. Okay, now this next one, we're not looking for a bodybuilding pose, so it can't be one of the traditional bodybuilding poses. It has to be a classic physique pose. Let's see your first favorite classic physique pose. Okay, good. We got a 3/4 twisting back pose. We got a split pose. That's more like it. Okay, relax. Now let's see another. What's your second favorite classic physique pose? Got a split pose here. Got a side tricep here. Looks good, guys. Face the judges, please. Your favorite pose of all time now. Give the judges one last look here. Your favorite pose of all time. Got a baseball bicep popping. Good stuff. All right, take a look and face the judges, please. Then look at the numbers, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Belt thighs tight. Thank you guys for file off stage. Good work. That's what I'm talking about right there. Now we got some routines coming at you. That's how you do it right there. There's Aiden open. So both competitors, Aiden Doria and Landon Clark, can make their way to the stage. And let's take that second place medal. In the novice and in the open to Aiden Doria, ladies and gentlemen. Doria. And that makes your classic novice class champion and the open class champion, the teenager, Landon Clark, making his presence known. I would have never guessed he was a teenager. Well, it looks like he can hold his own in the open division, no matter what show he enters. All right, let's get a shot of both of you guys. Let's get Landon all by himself up there. Landon is the
Right here, the one that's going in between is disgusting.
It's about 3:18 in the morning on August 9th. This is the Sunday, a weekend after that show. There's a lot I have to say about it, to be honest. Obviously, we accomplished our goal, and that was to beat the physique we brought last year, and we did exactly that. So that I have no reason to beat myself up too much. But this past week, I have been very hard on myself because it sucks to lose, and especially when it's only 2 people in the show in your class in classic physique. Like, you're the only loser up there. So that was something I've spent this past week just trying to figure out in my head of just putting myself through pain. I'm gonna be honest, taking it out on the weights, my anger, my frustration, my emotions. But that was something I did not expect, to be honest. I'm happy with the package we brought to the show, but the show itself, I'm not very impressed or happy about. This was my first time competing in the OCB, and I was not impressed at all with the organization or the show itself. I spent months dieting, cutting down on prep for this show, and a lot of money to compete in this show just for it to be 2 people. And I didn't even get more than 5 minutes of stage time. If you look at the timing, it's like 4 minutes, including my routine, which to me kind of didn't justify all the time that I put in. So that was very upsetting to not only me, but my coach and my family, because didn't feel right, to be honest. But that was my first OCB show, so I guess you can't be too mad about it. I mean, I still got second place. Yes, that is the one and only loser. But I mean, I'm not happy about it. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm not happy about it. I want to win, and I put in a lot of time and effort into this to do that. Yes, winning looks different for each and every person. Technically, it is a win because we did accomplish the goal. We beat our physique that we brought last year by a mile, long shot. There's no question. You cannot sit there and try and compare the photos from last year to this year and be like, oh yeah, I don't see the progress. Leaner and denser and more muscle mass. Yes, I was lighter, but we looked a crap ton better. Nevertheless, the kid who beat me, I mean, he looked great. He's 19. I'm 21, so I have 2 years on him. And, I'm sure he's going to continue to do great in this sport if this is what he chooses to pursue. I'm still waiting on my judges' feedback. I've reached out twice now, and they told me it could be a couple business days or a couple weeks. So that's also a little aggravating because there's only 2 people in my class. So I feel like I should get my judges' feedback in no time. But I'm very interested to see what they have to say and how I can apply that going into my next show, because I am not fucking done. I'm not done. I'm not putting all the time and the effort and the energy that I put into this to just call it there with a show like that, because I was very unhappy with the show itself. But I was very proud of the package we brought to that show. And all I want to do is have an opportunity to compete. I was expecting, 4 people at least. I knew it wasn't a pro qualifier because you got to have 5, but just more people to compare to, and that just wasn't the case. And I didn't know that it was only going to be 2 people till the morning of the show and battle, like the day of. So I could have checked it the night before, but I didn't do that. I wasn't focused on that. I was just I just wasn't focused on that, to be honest. I was just focused on getting my polygraph testing, my check-ins, and my tan. I'm gonna keep it a buck. But this next show, it will not be in the OCB organization. I'm taking a suggestion from one of my a friend of mine who is a professional bodybuilder, natural. His name is Eli Green, and he suggested the show to me, so that's what I'm going to be doing. And we're just going to keep on rolling. With that said, yesterday was Saturday the 7th, the 8th. That was 3 weeks out from this current show. We also looked in mandatories will be different, so it'd be kind of fun. It'll be a WNBF, World Natural Bodybuilding Federation show, so it'll be a different organization. So that will be another factor to take into account, and just based off of what I've browsed on the website and the judging criteria that I found. Being crazy lean on the natural. My phone ran out of storage. But what I was saying is, besides like the OCB, I'm sure, or not OCB, the NPC, conditioning is not a priority, which is new to me. I couldn't really think of bodybuilding without conditioning. I understand symmetry and muscle mass is also a factor in how you present yourself, but they want more of a fuller look. They don't want you to be crazy lean to where it distorts your muscle. So that is something me and my coach have been talking about, as well as the fact that we changed my cardio to just steps and walking. I told him straight up, I'm like, these past couple of weeks I've been dreading the Stairmaster, and I feel like the best way to approach this next show is to make it as easy as possible and reduce the stress, because that also could have been another factor. I was very, very stressed out in the weeks leading up to this show. There was some stuff going on in my personal life, at home with my family, and then work was kicking my ass, to be honest. And I've had that stress off my shoulders from work now, and been able to talk with my family about what's been going on, and it's helped. So that'll be another big factor to take into account coming into these last few weeks of this prep into this second show, because I knew immediately after that I was not happy with it, and I wanted to bounce back because I knew I could do better. And that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna improve. We're gonna have fun, because I did have fun with that show. I'll be honest. I thought it was very, very fun especially there was quite a few people in my life who came to support me, which is a very, very big thing for me. I know it's one, it's not cheap. These shows are not cheap. To get in alone, it's like $40. Just to see me on stage for 4 minutes. It's like, but I'm very thankful for everyone who showed up for me. It really showed me who's truly rooting for me. And the people who weren't able to, they at least reached out to me. And I understand the money factor. Like, I don't expect you to just come out of your way to come watch me pose in some trunks, basically in my underwear, like basically in my underwear up there in front of people tanned up. Like, I understand that. It's not the most appealing thing. But the people who really have been along this journey with me were there, and that's what mattered. My coach, my sister, my mom, my dad, my stepmom, my grandma and my grandpa, and my best friend Bane, and his girlfriend Tanner, who I spent some time with these past couple of weeks, and it's been very helpful for me because I'm not the most talkative with a lot of people, but with him, I'm able to, dive deep and get in conversations that we actually feel are productive. In a sense, a lot of it has to do with talking about faith and just incorporating everything into, because we're very similar. Me and Bane are very similar in a lot of aspects. So it's always very good to pick each other's brain. And, his girlfriend, Tanner, also provides very good insight because she has her own experiences and everything as well, and her own insight, and I can learn from it. So that's also been very helpful. But take the loss on the chin. Can't really do anything about it now. All we can do is improve and adapt, apply, and overcome. Waiting for the judges' feedback. Whether or not it will be taken into account, that'll be based off of what they say. If I think it's some BS and my coach thinks it's some BS, we're not going to listen to that BS. But yeah, again, congrats to the kid that beat me. You look great. I don't know if you'll ever see this, but just keep doing your thing, bro. With that said, I'm hungry, and I want to eat. So we got some grinding to do. This is not the end of it by any means. Fell in love with this for a reason. God bless.